He spends 3 hours in the gym every morning. His body fat percentage hovers around 8%. His biceps strain against every shirt he owns. His Instagram feed showcases perfectly sculpted abs, massive shoulders, and the kind of muscular definition that takes years of disciplined training to achieve. And yet he can't understand why his dating life feels like a series of brief encounters that never develop into anything meaningful. Women seem initially impressed, maybe even intimidated by his physical presence, but something always shifts after the first few dates. The conversation feels different. The connection feels forced. The relationship feels like it's running on fumes. He watches his friend, the guy with the soft belly and average build who never counts calories or tracks macros, effortlessly maintaining a 3-year relationship with a woman who seems genuinely happy, attracted, and committed. This creates a cognitive dissonance that challenges everything he believes about female attraction and mate selection. Today, I'm going to reveal why the male obsession with extreme muscularity represents one of the most counterproductive approaches to female attraction, and how this obsession stems from fundamental misunderstandings about what women actually want versus what men think women should want. Men operate under a massive psychological projection system, where they assume female attraction functions identically to male competitive instincts, leading them to pursue physical extremes that impress other men while repelling the women they're actually trying to attract. This projection matrix operates by applying male-intra-male competition logic to female mate selection processes that evolve to prioritize completely different criteria for partnership evaluation. Men see other extremely muscular men and feel impressed, intimidated, or competitive, then assume women experience identical responses when the female psychological evaluation system operates through entirely different parameters. The deception includes interpreting every fitness achievement through a competitive lens, where more muscle mass equals more attractiveness. When female attraction algorithms actually process extreme muscularity as potential warning signals about personality traits, lifestyle priorities, and relationship compatibility rather than as pure positive indicators. Men project their visual dominant attraction patterns onto women who operate through multi-layered evaluation systems that include physical appearance but weighted against emotional availability, resource stability, parenting potential, and long-term compatibility factors that extreme muscularity often signals problems with rather than excellence in. The matrix creates feedback loops where men receive positive reinforcement from other men for achieving muscular extremes while receiving negative feedback from women, but they interpret female negative feedback as women lying about their preferences rather than recognizing that male and female attraction operate through fundamentally different psychological mechanisms. This projection deception prevents men from accurately reading female attraction signals because they're constantly filtering female responses through male psychological frameworks that don't translate across gender lines in attraction and mate selection contexts. The most dangerous aspect of projection matrix thinking is that it causes men to dismiss authentic female preference communication as deception rather than recognizing that their assumptions about female attraction are based on male psychology rather than actual female psychology. Human mate selection evolved for long-term pair bonding and cooperative parenting rather than the short-term physical dominance competitions that characterize many other species, creating fundamental mismatches between male competitive instincts and female partnership evaluation criteria. The laboratory operates through evolutionary inheritance, where men retain psychological programs designed for intramale physical competition, while women operate through programs designed for evaluating long-term partnership potential that includes but extends far beyond immediate physical dominance capabilities. Modern gym culture amplifies these evolutionary mismatches by creating environments that reward the exact types of extreme physical development that signal poor long-term partnership potential to female evaluation systems. The dedication required for extreme muscularity often indicates lifestyle priorities that conflict with relationship building and family formation. The mismatch extends to testosterone-driven behaviors, where the hormonal profiles that support extreme muscle development also drive personality traits like increased aggression, reduced empathy, and decreased interest in cooperative parenting that women unconsciously recognize as problematic for long-term relationships. Women's evolutionary programs prioritize safety, emotional security, and resource stability over raw physical power because human survival, and reproduction success historically depended on cooperative partnerships rather than individual physical dominance within social groups. The laboratory reveals that while physical strength remains attractive to women, extreme physical development signals psychological profiles that historically predicted poor partnership outcomes, triggering subconscious female rejection responses that men misinterpret as women being attracted to weakness. Most importantly, evolutionary mismatches explain why men who optimize for short-term visual impact often struggle with long-term relationship success, while men who optimize for balanced lifestyle demonstrate more sustained female attraction over time. Women evaluate male attractiveness through sophisticated multi-criteria assessment systems that prioritize safety, kindness, and resource stability over pure physical dominance, creating preference patterns that consistently favor moderate muscularity over extreme development. The decoding system operates through subconscious evaluation algorithms that process physical appearance as one data point among many factors that predict relationship satisfaction, emotional security, and long-term compatibility, rather than as the primary determinant of male attractiveness. Safety evaluation includes physical protection capability, but extreme muscularity often signals psychological instability, aggression potential, or obsessive personality traits that reduce rather than increase female feelings of safety in relationships. Women prefer men who can protect them without needing to prove their physical dominance constantly. Kindness assessment involves evaluating emotional availability, empathy capacity, and willingness to prioritize relationship needs over personal priorities. The lifestyle required for extreme muscularity often indicates self-focused priorities that conflict with the emotional generosity women seek in long-term partners. Resource stability evaluation includes current financial capacity, but extends to lifestyle sustainability, career focus, and long-term planning abilities that extreme fitness obsessions often compromise through excessive time and energy investments in appearance, rather than practical life building. The system also processes physical appearance for parenting potential indicators, where moderate muscularity suggests good genetic health, without the hormone profiles and personality traits that extreme development indicates, and that often predict poor father and husband behavior patterns. Women's preference decoding explains why dad bod and moderately fit physiques consistently score higher in female attraction studies for long-term relationships, while extremely muscular physiques score higher only for short-term sexual encounters that don't involve relationship evaluation criteria. Research consistently demonstrates that drive for extreme muscularity correlates with shorter relationship durations, higher divorce rates, and reduced female satisfaction in long-term partnerships, providing empirical evidence that contradicts male assumptions about female attraction to physical extremes. The evidence archive includes studies showing that men obsessed with achieving maximum muscle mass tend to experience relationship instability because the psychological traits that drive extreme fitness dedication often conflict with the psychological traits that sustain healthy romantic partnerships over time. Body composition research reveals that women prefer different male physiques for short-term versus long-term relationships, with higher muscle mass preferred for brief encounters, while moderate muscle-to-fat ratios preferred for marriage and family formation contexts that require sustained partnership. Testosterone correlation studies demonstrate that extremely high testosterone levels associated with maximum muscularity predict increased numbers of sexual partners, decreased marriage likelihood, and increased divorce probability, suggesting that hormonal profiles supporting extreme muscularity conflict with monogamous relationship success. The archive includes neurological research showing that women's brain responses to male images demonstrate different activation patterns when evaluating for short-term versus long-term relationship potential, with extreme muscularity triggering sexual interest, but moderate physiques triggering relationship interest and emotional bonding responses. Female preference studies consistently show that women rate moderately muscular men higher for traits like trustworthiness, emotional stability, parenting potential, and relationship desirability, while rating extremely muscular men higher only for physical attractiveness and sexual appeal without relationship context. Most importantly, longitudinal relationship studies demonstrate that couples where men have moderate fitness levels report higher relationship satisfaction, better communication, and greater long-term stability than couples where men maintain extreme fitness regimens that require lifestyle sacrifices from both partners. Online platforms create artificial environments where extreme physiques receive exaggerated positive feedback that doesn't translate to real-world female attraction, leading men to pursue social media validation rather than actual relationship success. The distortion field operates through algorithms that reward visually striking content, causing extremely muscular physiques to receive high engagement rates from both male and female audiences that men misinterpret as evidence of female attraction, when much of the engagement comes from male viewers and represents curiosity rather than romantic interest from women. Social media metrics like likes, comments, and followers create feedback systems that reward physical extremes without measuring relationship outcomes, leading men to optimize for online validation rather than real-world partnership success that requires different physical and personality characteristics. The field includes influencer culture that monetizes extreme fitness through sponsorships and product sales, creating economic incentives for promoting physical standards that serve commercial purposes rather than relationship success, leading followers to pursue commercially beneficial but romantically counterproductive physical goals. Women's social media behavior often includes engaging with extreme physique content out of curiosity, shock, or social signaling rather than genuine attraction, but men interpret this engagement as evidence of female preference, when women's actual dating choices demonstrate preferences for more moderate physiques. The distortion extends to dating app dynamics, where extremely muscular photos may generate initial matches, but often fail to convert to sustained conversations or actual dates, because women swipe based on novelty or curiosity rather than genuine relationship interest. Most dangerously, social media reality distortion prevents men from recognizing authentic female feedback about their preferences by creating artificial validation environments that contradict real-world female behavior and relationship choices. Extreme muscularity functions as a subconscious signal transmission system that communicates lifestyle priorities, personality traits, and relationship capacity information that often indicates poor long-term partnership potential to women evaluating men for serious relationships. The transmission system operates through lifestyle indicators, where the time, energy, and focus required to achieve and maintain extreme muscularity signals that physical appearance ranks higher in personal priority systems than relationship building, career development, or family formation activities. Women unconsciously decode extreme fitness dedication as evidence of narcissistic tendencies, control issues, or emotional unavailability, because the psychological profiles that drive extreme body modification often include traits that conflict with healthy relationship dynamics and emotional intimacy requirements. The signal includes resource allocation information where extreme fitness investments indicate that discretionary time and money get directed toward personal appearance rather than shared relationship building, family preparation, or long-term security creation that women prioritize for partnership evaluation. Extreme muscularity also transmits information about flexibility and adaptability, where the rigid lifestyle requirements for maintaining extreme physiques suggest personality and flexibility that conflicts with the compromises and adjustments that successful long-term relationships require from both partners. The transmission extends to social signaling, where extreme muscularity often indicates a desire to impress others or compete with other men rather than focus on building intimate connections with romantic partners, suggesting that external validation needs may compete with relationship priorities. Women process these lifestyle signals through evolutionary programs designed to identify men whose priorities align with cooperative parenting and stable partnership rather than individual achievement or social competition that historically predicted poor family outcomes. High testosterone levels required to build and maintain extreme muscle mass create personality changes and behavioral patterns that undermine long-term relationship success, while initially appearing to enhance masculine attractiveness. The trap mechanism operates through hormonal influences on personality traits, where elevated testosterone increases aggression, reduces empathy, and decreases interest in cooperative activities that form the foundation of successful romantic partnerships and family relationships. Men pursuing extreme muscularity often experience testosterone-driven personality shifts that include increased competitive behavior, reduced emotional availability, and heightened focus on individual achievement rather than shared relationship goals that women prioritize for long-term partnership evaluation. The mechanism includes behavioral changes where high testosterone levels drive increased sexual appetite, but decreased pair bonding behavior, creating men who appear sexually attractive but demonstrate reduced capacity for emotional monogamy and relationship commitment that women seek for serious partnerships. Testosterone elevation also affects stress response systems, creating increased reactivity to challenges, reduced patience with relationship conflicts, and decreased tolerance for the emotional processing that healthy relationships require for conflict resolution and intimacy maintenance. The trap extends to creating addiction-like cycles, where the psychological effects of high testosterone make extreme fitness routines feel more rewarding than relationship activities, leading to lifestyle choices that progressively distance men from the emotional availability that sustains female attraction over time. Most importantly, the testosterone trap demonstrates why extreme muscularity often predicts relationship failure despite initial attraction, because hormonal profiles supporting extreme physical development often conflict with hormonal profiles supporting successful long-term partnerships and family formation. If you're starting to understand why optimizing for extreme muscularity might be sabotaging your relationship success and want to learn about physical fitness approaches that actually support long-term female attraction, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. The research I'm revealing challenges popular fitness culture assumptions, but understanding these patterns could transform how you approach both physical development and relationship building. Men mistake other men's admiration for their physiques as evidence of female attraction, creating confusion matrices where they optimize for male competitive responses rather than female partnership evaluation criteria that operate through completely different psychological mechanisms. The confusion matrix operates through social feedback systems, where extremely muscular men receive strong positive responses from other men who feel impressed, intimidated, or competitive, leading these men to assume that impressing males translates directly to attracting females when these responses stem from entirely different psychological systems. Male competitive psychology responds to extreme muscularity through dominance hierarchies, where physical development signals competitive capability and social status within male groups, but female mate selection psychology processes the same physical development through partnership compatibility algorithms that often interpret extreme development as problematic rather than attractive. The matrix includes gym culture environments where male validation for physical extremes creates echo chambers that reinforce pursuit of muscular development while providing little accurate feedback about female attraction patterns or relationship success outcomes. Men experiencing high levels of male admiration for their physiques often develop confidence that feels attractive to women, but this confidence is based on male competitive success, rather than understanding of female preference patterns, creating attractive confidence built on incorrect assumptions about what women actually value. The confusion extends to social dynamics where extremely muscular men may attract initial female attention through novelty or social proof effects, but this attention often represents curiosity rather than genuine attraction for long-term relationship potential. Most importantly, the confusion matrix prevents men from accurately interpreting female feedback because they filter female responses through male competitive frameworks rather than recognizing that female attraction operates through partnership evaluation rather than dominance assessment systems. Extreme muscularity serves as a reliable predictor of shortened relationship duration because the psychological and lifestyle factors that drive extreme fitness dedication often conflict with the behavioral patterns that sustain long-term romantic partnerships. The prediction algorithm operates through correlation patterns where men who achieve extreme muscularity demonstrate personality traits, priority systems, and lifestyle choices that research consistently associates with higher divorce rates and lower relationship satisfaction scores over extended time periods. The algorithm includes time allocation factors where extreme fitness requires significant daily time investments that reduce availability for relationship-building activities, emotional intimacy maintenance, and shared experience creation that form the foundation of lasting romantic partnerships. Extreme muscularity also predicts relationship duration through personality indicators, where the dedication required for extreme physical development often reflects perfectionism, control needs, and rigidity that create ongoing conflict in relationships that require flexibility, compromise, and emotional adaptability. The prediction extends to life cycle compatibility, where extreme fitness lifestyles often prove unsustainable over decades due to aging, injury, or changing life circumstances, creating relationships built on lifestyle compatibility that becomes unsustainable rather than relationships built on deeper compatibility that survives lifestyle changes. Research demonstrates that couples report higher long-term satisfaction when men maintain moderate fitness levels that allow lifestyle flexibility, shared activities, and priority balance between personal development and relationship investment, rather than extreme fitness dedication that requires lifestyle sacrifice from both partners. The algorithm reveals that while extreme muscularity may enhance short-term attraction and sexual encounters, it reliably predicts problems with relationship depth, emotional intimacy, and partnership sustainability that women unconsciously recognize during mate selection processes. Scientific studies utilizing honest female feedback consistently demonstrate that women prefer moderate muscularity over extreme development when evaluating men for long-term relationship potential, contradicting male assumptions about female attraction to physical extremes. The laboratory operates through research designs that eliminate social desirability bias by measuring women's genuine physiological responses, subconscious preferences, and actual dating choices rather than relying on conscious self-report data that might be influenced by social expectations or political correctness concerns. Neurological studies show that women's brain activation patterns demonstrate different responses to moderate versus extreme muscularity, with moderate physiques triggering areas associated with pair bonding and emotional attachment, while extreme physiques trigger areas associated with sexual interest without emotional bonding activation. The research includes behavioral studies where women's actual dating choices, relationship decisions, and marriage patterns consistently favor men with moderate fitness levels over men with extreme muscularity, providing objective evidence that contradicts male assumptions about female preference patterns. Female preference studies using eye tracking technology demonstrate that women spend more time looking at faces and body language indicators of personality traits rather than focusing primarily on muscle definition, suggesting that their evaluation processes prioritize different information than male competitive assessment focuses on. The laboratory includes longitudinal studies following women's relationship satisfaction over time, showing consistently higher satisfaction ratings with moderately fit partners compared to extremely muscular partners, indicating that initial attraction patterns predict long-term compatibility outcomes.